Okay, so we're going to graph circles using center and radius. So if you look at the top right, that is the equation of a circle right here. Okay, notice we've got x minus, this is the x value of the vertex squared, plus y minus, this is the y value of the, center, not vertex, is equal to the radius squared. So all we need is the center and the radius, and we can graph this circle. So I'm going to look at this equation at the left and find the x and y value of the center. So if I look at this, x minus 2, that 2 is the x value of the center, but if it's inside the parentheses, remember it's going to be the opposite value, so since it's a negative 2, it's actually going to be a positive 2 there. And then the number by the y is the y value of our center. Again, inside opposite, since it's a positive 3, it's going to be a negative 3. So what we're going to do is go right 2 and down 3 and plot a point. That is the center of our circle. Now all we need is the radius. So it's equal to the radius squared. So 25 is the radius squared. So I need the square root of 25. So the radius is going to be the square root of 25, which is 5. And all we're going to do is start at the center and just count out 5 in the right direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plot a point. And then up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plot a point. And then left 5, and plot a point, and down 5. Once you do that, you can just connect the dots, and we have a rough draft of this circle. So let's go ahead and just practice that a couple times. Here's the equation. Notice there is no number inside parentheses by the x being squared, and there's no number inside parentheses by the y being squared. So this value for our center is going to be 0 for both of these. So our center is at 0, 0. Our radius is going to be the square root of 16, which is 4. So we're going to go right 4, up 4, left 4, and down 4. Connect those dots to make that circle. Okay, look at this next example. Negative 4 is the number inside by the x. That's the x value of our center, but again, if it's inside, it's opposite, so we're going to keep the positive 4. Right? There's no number by the y being squared, so we're going to take that 0, since there is no number, and that's going to be the y value of our center. So we're going to go right 4 in the x direction, up and down 0, and plot a point for our center. And then the radius is going to be the square root of 81, which is 9. So we're going to go up 9, left 9, down 9, and right 9. And as you can see, that won't quite fit on my graph, so do the best you can to make it look like a nice circle. All right, here's another example. I've got to find the center. So the number inside parentheses by the x is the x value of our center. If it's inside, it's opposite, so this one's going to be a negative 4, since that was a positive 4. Got a negative 1 by the y, so I'm going to keep the positive 1. I want the opposite value. And the radius is going to be the square root of 10, which is approximately 3.16-ish, so we're going to just estimate here. So plot your center at 4, or negative 4, 1. And then we're just going to go up 3 and a little bit, right 3 and a little bit, left 3 and a little bit, and down 3 and a little bit. We're just estimating on this one. It's a little tricky since 10 is not a perfect square. All right, here's some practice problems. If you've got it, you've got it. You don't need to continue watching, but I'll just do a couple more practice problems. The center, the x value of the center is going to be the number by the x. If it's inside, it's opposite, so it's going to be a negative 1. The y value of the center is the number by the y. Again, inside, opposite. So our center is at negative 1, negative 3. We plot a point. The radius is going to be the square root of 9, which is 3. So we go right 3, up 3, left 3, down 3. We have a circle. Notice there's no number inside parentheses by the x, so the x value of our center is 0. The y value of our center is 1. And the radius is going to be the square root of 25, which is 5. So we plot a point for a center. We go left and right 0, up 1. So make sure your center is in the right spot. And then we're going to go out 5, up 5, down 5, and left 5. And that's how you would graph circles using transformations.